So Sagittarius, the month of November, there should be some truth or some secrets possibly uncovered. For at the core of your reading, for the main energy, I pulled the Page of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So the Page of Swords, so this might be, so your focus might be all about planning, thinking about your future, cutting out things that no longer serve you, whether this is relationships or projects or ideas. So there's this freshness coming in the month of November for you. You might feel this youthful energy. You might feel like a child. But so for those of you who have children, you actually might be focusing on your children more in the month of November, and this would be especially in regards to their education or any planning for their future. There is a possible connection to an air sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But overall, this is an energy that is great for studying or learning or uncovering secrets specifically. So if there is an important information you need to get, or you're after an important connection, then this is the month to do it, to make your move, to try to achieve your goals. I also have the Nine of Cups here, so this tells me that you should be quite successful in your effort to, whether you're reorganizing your life or you're making plans for the future, you're organizing your children's future, that kind of thing. So there is a sense of success and contentment coming in for you. And there could be also some material profit coming in. So this is also great for has a very almost healing energy. So there's a sense of success, contentment, happiness, and you should, to the point where you actually might feel smug about something. So there's definitely achievement of some kind. What's influencing you from your past with the Two of Pentacles in reverse? So this tells me that many of you, just recently there was a situation that required change because you were possibly multitasking or juggling. You were juggling several things, juggling several projects, several relationships, several, I don't know. So there is a variety and a need for change. But when this is in reverse, this tells me that you quite possibly avoided this. You avoided this change, and so you no longer could keep the status quo. So there was some kind of situation in regards to this, and this is what's influencing you here in the month of November. Now, in some instances, it also might mean that there was a letter, something actually in the writing, whether it's a letter in the mail or email, in regards to anything material or tangible, even important relationships. So this could be, from work, money, finances, investments, anything of that nature. And maybe that's what's causing you this need for some, cleanup or to reorganize yourself or cut out things that you no longer need. And then going forward, you have a beautiful new beginning in the form of the Fool here coming in. So the Fool, this is an energy of a fresh new start, when you might actually not know all the facts yet. You might feel like a fool. You might feel like you're taking a leap of faith. But there's also this need for adventure, this need for just taking off, going away, going on a vacation. So this actually might mean that you just need a vacation, you will be traveling. Or many of you you feel you need excitement in your life. There is a need for some fresh new beginning. And so on a flip side, of course, the message here is there's a caution of not to be too foolish and not to lose the common sense. But overall, this is very positive as a brand new beginning, and you could feel like a child again. I really like your foundation with the Ace of Swords. This definitely is a promise of a new beginning, or at least some kind of breakthrough. So I think many of you in the month of November, there might be a breakthrough coming in for you in regards to, I don't know, it could be an idea, it could be some achievement. You might win an award, you might win in certain competition. This could be career related. This could be love related. Maybe there is a breakthrough. There is a start of new love relationship. This is also very fertile energy. Overall, it's great force. So I think you should have lots of energy in the month of November, Sagittarius, definitely. And then, above all, this means truth. So with this main energy here of uncovering something or learning something, finding something out, seeking either knowledge or seeking the truth, well, there's your truth. You should be operating from the position of truth in the month of November, because quite possibly you avoided something in the past and you're aware of that, so it didn't really serve you well. With the Death in reverse, this is in the position of your thoughts, so your mind will be on this transformation. So the Death normally is a card of change, not necessarily death, physical death, but it's a card of change, and so therefore new beginning. Something has to go for something new to come into your life. When this is in reverse, this almost tells me that perhaps maybe you avoided. So you're realizing, you're thinking about this. Maybe you were kicking the can down the road. So there was something you were postponing, avoiding, didn't want to deal with it. Or if you were involved in some kind of changes, they're just taking so long. It's not really a quick change. It's more like a slow transformation. And so I think this is what your mind will be on. There is this transformation for you in the month of November, and there is also a connection to a person born under the sign of Scorpio. So pay attention who you deal with. The way other people will see you, Sagittarius, with the lovely Page of Cups, you will come across as very pleasing, very pleasant to deal with, very kind, very caring. This usually means a loyal friend, a trustworthy worker. You're somebody who people can depend on. But there is also a very youthful energy around you. So you do have two pages. Now, pages are always messengers or messages. So you might get as I said, message, meaning in the form of some kind of information in regards to certain plans or career or that kind of thing. And then maybe you have a message for somebody in regards to love or business or a creative project, because this is what's covered under the Cups energy. So I also think that somebody might have romantic feelings for you, or you might have an admirer. Possible connection to a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. When it comes to your environment, so your loved ones, your friends, family, your work environment, with the King of Swords, there is a lot of planning and possibly some restructuring maybe happening with certain, either, as I said, either relationships or within your business environment. There is this could be your boss or some kind of important person who is of a higher standing, who is the decision maker. So this person is possibly an air sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So there'll be a strong focus on, again, on clear communication, clear thinking, planning, strategizing. This is usually somebody who is a great decision maker, making unemotional decisions, and great leader. So when it comes to your hopes and fears, so I would say this is it's a hope, because this card is always better in reverse than upright. So with 9 of Swords in reverse, this tells me that maybe some of you had recently, you went through some, I don't know, worries, troubles, anxieties. Now on a heavier note, this could be a death in the family. This could have been problems with health, or, you know, like a serious worries. But this in reverse, this tells me that this is easy enough. So and for those of you who didn't have anything all that negative happening, perhaps if there was something that you were analyzing or overanalyzing, it seems like you finally maybe get a break, or these worries and these anxieties are easy enough. So your mind is clearing up almost. And the overall outcome of your reading, Sagittarius, with the High Priestess in reverse, this is very similar to this main energy. So definitely a secret or some important information coming up to the surface. The need to dig in more. Do not take things at face value. Do not take the surface knowledge. This is all about seeking higher knowledge and getting to the bottom of things. When this is in reverse, there's this need, there's a warning. Do not shrug off things, like pay attention and dig deep, because you might actually uncover something important, and that might lead to brand new beginning. So, and on another note, this also might mean that you should perhaps pay attention to your intuition. So, yeah, and then the behind the scenes energy with the 3 of Pentacles here, this tells me that many of you might be in the position where you will be showcasing your talents and skills. Maybe somebody will recognize you for something. You do have this Ace of Swords here, so there is definitely a possible award, achievement, or recognition coming in, some kind of breakthrough. So if this is within work environment, maybe this important person will notice your work. So that's why pay attention to details when it comes to everything, because this actually might be to your benefit.